It's Tam. Tam and Van. And we're back.
We're back in action, yet again.
For another Pillow Talk. This is number 7.
Episode 7.
And we're gonna get undressed right now, get comfortable, hop in the pillows, and have a little chat.
Let's do it. How was your day, Tam?
My day was a good day.
What'd you do?
I went to the dog park first with Rashida.
Went to the dog park?
Yeah. And talked to a guy about royalties for a long time, about music royalties.
Wow.
And he's got his own little operation. He's an accountant for a few big library people. And he had a half-wolf dog.
Half-wolf dog.
Yeah. It was a very nice dog. It looked pretty big and scary, but it was actually a sweet, sweet dog. Oh, look at Van right now. Looking
I was
good.
Hoping, okay,
Look
truth be told,
at those boxers.
I was standing here a little longer than I normally would because I am wearing my special red boxers today. And I was hoping you might notice, and you did.
And
you're
a tank, too.
And a tank. It's a new look for me. I spent a lot of time today watching the last episodes. I feel like I could, up my pajama game a little bit. And Tam looks so good with the tank tops. I know I don't have quite the arms that he does, but...
You've got great arms. You've got good arms.
Thanks. Anyway, I'm going to get into bed.
Would you do the honors while I change? Let's see here. Take out my keys. I always take out my watch.
Why do you do that?
Like I said in one of the first episodes, I don't like to think about time during Pillow Talks. No time. I just want to relax.
That's sometime, and I don't either. And that's part of the reason why our episodes have been fairly on the long side. We've heard from some people saying, the episodes are too long. We don't necessarily agree with that, just because we don't really believe that time exists when we're in the pillows.
Yeah, that's why tonight's episode could be 10 minutes, could be 1 minute.
We don't know. Could be an hour and a half.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Because we're just having fun in the pillows. Okay, getting in.
Okay. Oh yeah, this is definitely better.
It's also really cool tonight.
Yeah,
it was so hot today.
Ooh, look who's coming up.
Hey, Pip.
Pip, you know that you were in the last episode, right?
One's enough for you, little guy.
He's a bit of a camera hog, aren't you?
For someone who doesn't speak,
okay.
Think
all right, buddy. We see you. That's super cute. And to be honest, you were one of the best parts of the last episode for sure. But at the same time, Pip...
Here, I'll hold it.
Yeah.
And you can get Pip down.
Just listen, buddy. I know. It's going to be fine. We're just going to be up here in the pillows for a little longer. And then we'll go back to playing with you, okay? I'm just trying to act kind of cute. I got a sex appeal. It's because I have the tank top. Yeah, the dog. Maybe do a little just bit. Maybe turn on your side a little bit. Show the arm. Maybe a little bit of the arm. Yeah, that's the thing, Pip. We're just, I'm just a good dad. Taking care of you. But we gotta go. All right. Down you go. Sorry about that, guys. Sometimes things happen. We again made a program today because we're trying to, keep this focused for you, which we totally understand and appreciate. So let's get into the program first. Of course, as if you paid attention last week, as I'm sure you did, because we have the best fans in the world. We introduced the concept of segments. Okay, so each episode is going to have these segments, and a lot of times they're the same. So the first is announcements. And that's what we'll be doing right now. Just really quick. Tam, what's the first announcement?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that we love having the program. Since the last time that we had the program, we realized it's so easy to have a podcast when you have a program. You got things to say. You don't forget anything. You just write it down. It's there.
Incredible.
The first announcement is that the program that we had written from last week has disappeared.
This is big news.
Van and I both looked for the program the morning after the shoot.
Because these programs are important. We don't throw them away. These are, very meaningful to us.
In fact, I think it may have been Van's roommate Kayla.
No.
She was hanging outside the door. What? For an excessive amount of time after we finished shooting initially. She wasn't talking. She was just standing outside the door. So I think it may have been Kayla. I'm not sure, but it might have been her. But that's okay. That's okay.
There might be news on that later. We'll let you know if anything develops. Moving on to the next announcement, I want to say something directly to a former 4-Pillow recipient, and that is Rachel Pitak. Wow.
Big wow.
Wow. We, if you're a fan of the show, you probably know we released a special episode, episode 6.1, in which Tam learns of Rachel and Rachel and Steve's engagement live on the air. And it's been a huge hit. And part of the reason why is because Rachel Pitak shared the link on her Facebook. Okay.
Now that's big.
This was our first share on Facebook. Also, somebody named something like Steve Pitak or like Rob Pitak or something.
We think that's someone that's related to
dad,
Rachel.
Maybe, also shared it. So it's been a wild day here at HQ. I think we're already up to 60 views on that. Anyway, right. Big thanks to Rachel. If you guys feel like sharing on the Facebook, just go for it. Honestly, hit it out of the park.
Yeah, we love the YouTube comments. That's big. That means a lot to us. I was so happy today reading Joe's comment. It took me a second just to read it because it was so short. I think it was 8 words, but it made my whole morning brighten up. And the thing is that Facebook shares. We know that Facebook is kind of personal. You have a lot of family and friends there.
Yep.
So we know that when you share Facebook, it means a lot. I think that a Facebook share is maybe 50 or 60 YouTube comments. So Rachel,
so we got 2 shares.
Two shares today. So we got probably 100 to 120 comments just from those.
That's so obviously it's been an incredible week.
Thanks, Rachel.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. So that's all the announcements. The next announcement actually is that we have our first guest today.
It's time to call out the guest.
Yeah.
Smyth, it's time.
Smyth,
get ready to get comfortable. Come on in.
Hey. Oh, look at you guys.
Come on in. Make yourself comfortable. Oh, and I'm going to do the filming for this because we talked about how it's going to be.
Brought my PJ shorts.
You brought your PJ shorts.
I sure did.
Good, excellent.
Are you ready?
Go ahead. Get ready. Get comfortable. Vane and I are just gonna. Well, in the presence of a lady,
we're filming. Just so you know, we're always.
It's always filming.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with the program, but just so you know, we never stop filming.
It's all.
Yeah.
We don't have.
Yeah. So, but it's on you guys or it's on me right now?
Right now, it's on us.
It's on us.
You'll see it
Great.
When you're on it. You'll see it.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Okay,
yeah.
So I'm gonna change and get comfortable.
Yeah, but we should avert our eyes because she's a lady.
Right.
Yeah.
A lady.
Pip, let's get up here. Pip can be in it for a little bit here now.
Brought my coffee and donuts shorts.
So Pip actually has really strong feelings for our guest Smyth, and they've been doing some serious love action outside while we were just getting to catch up and say hi and talk about this week's episode. So it seems like Smyth's ready though. So Pip,
Smyth, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
So
okay.
So
let's
Smyth,
get in
come
here.
on in.
I'd love to nestle.
Get in between us.
With all the pillows.
Get in between us.
Wish there was more.
There's only 4 pillows.
There's only 4 pillows. Great.
Now cover up.
That's how our system works. 4 pillows.
Yeah.
2 good friends.
Good?
Sometimes a third sharing those 4 pillows.
Here, let me. I think I have the best. Cause then, let me get this away. Let me get it. I think this will be.
I have broad shoulders as
I
well,
think this
and
is
you
good.
guys have broad
we're just trying to get a
shoulders,
pulled back
and
view so we get all of this. That's good.
That's good.
So,
on behalf of my co-host Tam, I would like to welcome you to Pillow Talk USA episode 7. This is a big episode for us. We've talked about having guests before, and Smyth just felt like an obvious first choice. Tam, why do you think Smyth is such a good first guest?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious that Smyth fits into these pillows very well. Very well.
I think 4 was perfect.
Yeah.
And Well, when I think of the 4 Pillow Awards that we had given out, I think that Smyth embodies some of the abstract ideals of all 4 Pillow recipients.
Wow.
She's kind of an archetype of 4 Pillow Awards. And I think that she is going to know what I'm talking about when I ask her the first question.
Yeah.
Which is...
But just really quick, before you do that, how, Tam just said a lot of words about you. How does that make you feel to be here live on air on Pillow Talk USA and then have Tam just give you that much praise? How does that make you feel?
Well, first off, I'm a huge fan.
Thank you.
Huge fan of the show.
Thank you.
Wow, just I think opened up a world of possibilities in terms of what's on air right now. And then hearing such a lovely man and a good friend say great things, I feel pretty great.
Good.
I feel great.
Well, we're really happy you're here. We actually brought you in before the official end of announcements because...
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we have one more
thing.
thing, but we wanted Smyth to be here because... Listen up, guys. I mean, I know we have a lot of fans out there that are diehard. One of our biggest fans, though, is someone named John Boy. And he has been such a great supporter of the show for a long time, and Smyth knows him personally. So he recently left a comment, a YouTube comment.
Sorry.
No, that's good. That's good. That's good.
Well, I mean, she interrupted me.
It is important not to disrupt the main speaker of the Pillows when he's speaking.
Right.
Compose yourself, Van. I'm just kidding with you.
We know.
Anyway, okay. So John Boy. Anyway, yeah, he left a comment that was just incredible, just lights out. And I wanted to read it in front of our guest today because she has this personal connection.
I would say that Smyth
with
knows
him.
John very well.
Very well.
So this comment is she's gonna have some things to say about it.
Now, can you get that up?
Right. Okay.
While I ask Smyth one more thing on a scale from 1 to 10, how well do you think you know John Boy?
I mean, I think I'd say like an 8.
Not a 9? I think you know him a 9. I think you're being a little bit modest. I think it's a 9.
Okay.
Maybe even 9.2, 9.3.
Oh, if we're doing points, then maybe more of like, I guess, being modest, I'd say 8.5.
8.5.
Okay.
That's great. Because you're modest. So you had to bump that up to a 9.
Right.
That's a way to kind of compromise there. All right.
Now, I think actually I want to read this.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Right.
this is a comment. I never do this. I always read comments all the way. But for whatever reason today, I was cleaning a lot, listening to music. I got distracted. And I only read the very first 1, 2, 3, 4 words and 4 exclamation points of his comment. And he's got paragraphs here I didn't see. So I'm going to jump in here and just read John's comment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please do, Sam.
Smyth, just follow along.
I'm not going to look at it. I'm going to listen.
Focus on it. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, whatever you want to do. Jonathan Chu. Another great episode, boys. 3 exclamation marks. Some favorite moments. Remain anonymous. I don't get
Comment.
that.
No, it's
And
because Emily Seagraves and she was trying to be anonymous.
Right.
He was making a pun.
Gotcha.
Or not
Remain
a pun.
anonymous.
He was making a joke.
Right, yeah. It had been quite a while since I'd laughed that hard. Van's Cockney accent, always a classic.
A little bit. That's it's not.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Pip's story, cute. Now a complaint, :
Complaint.
I just feel like you could have implemented the 1959 feature film Pillow Talk preview into the video a little better. It honestly seemed like you put no effort into finding an alternative solution. Rock Hudson is one of my all-time favorite actors. He was immensely popular in his prime and was actually a closeted homosexual, constantly living with the fear that if his sexual orientation was revealed, he would be blacklisted from Hollywood.
Right.
Or even worse. I think given the sensitive context of the subject matter, you could have been a little more thoughtful with your presentation.
Wow.
Shape up.
Shape up.
Question for next week.
Okay, that's hard to hear. I got to admit, that's hard to hear. It's hard to hear.
I feel like nervous.
Okay, but continue.
I almost can't finish it.
Yeah.
Question for next week. Every once in a while, about twice a year, I go through periods of insomnia. I often lay in bed with the sheet pulled up to my eyes, watching. First. Is there more? There's ellipses. Watching first.
He likes ellipses.
That's how it ends, I guess.
And then Pillow Talk USA, that's
Right.
fan here. Yeah. Wow, John, this is a great comment. We will address some of these concerns in the next episode to be sure. Sleep well. Oh, that's quite a comment.
Let's dig in here, guys. Let's dig into what we just heard from John Boy. First, before we get on to the insomnia question, which is a really good question that I would really like to talk to Smyth about, I first want to hear just Tam's gut instinct reaction. What's up with the attitude coming from John Boy about the Rock Hudson thing? Yeah, what are you thinking there?
We all know that John's a film buff. He's one of those guys. He knows movies. He knows dates, directors, producers, cinematographers.
Yeah.
He's got names and numbers down, and I know he has an extremely high standard for us. And I know that holding my phone with the preview, it was shaky because it was hard to hold it next to the camera like that. So I know it was a little bit shaky.
We understand, it's okay.
But
that's really nice of you to say that.
But well, I think I'll just leave that there. The man knows his films better than me, and I can never be that intelligent with film.
But I can tell that you're affected. I can tell you're a little hurt right now, a little emotional right now, and that's okay. You know, it's okay to feel that way. Smyth.
That's why we have the pillows.
Yeah, Smyth. That's why we have the pillows. And this is a great time to bring Smyth into the conversation. Yeah. Hearing that from John, does that sound like something he'd say, or do you feel like he's being unfair to us?
I feel that he might be using this circumstance to bring up other feelings. Have you guys gotten in an argument recently?
Good question.
About maybe you're not listening to him?
Yes.
I don't know. I feel like this is more of a projection.
Well, often we don't listen to each other.
Projection of what is really going on, like in his feeling state.
Have you been getting any sensitive feelings from him?
All the time. In text, he says really sad things, and then he says, "Haha, JK." And it's hard to tell, in text sometimes it's sarcasm or not.
Not having that tonal indicator of what you're really meaning. Really, it's a challenge.
And usually, I'm pretty busy with. I have a lot of projects. Van and I are always thinking about which next guest to bring up.
So much
all since last week. We've been working so hard. And John Boy has been texting me quite a bit, and I haven't been able to get to all of them.
That's probably what this is.
Yeah.
It might be part of what it is. But I understand. I totally get it. And it's great to hear. So anyway, the bottom line, keep the comments coming. But really quick about the insomnia issue.
Yeah.
Van, you've had some experience.
I've had some insomnia. It's not really insomnia though, because it's more of an OCD anxiety thing. I have to check all these things before I can go to bed. But then I can after I've done my checks, I'm actually fine. I wouldn't put it in the category of insomnia, but I can relate definitely. Smyth, have you ever personally dealt with insomnia?
Yes.
Tell us about it.
I think that. Well, maybe it's along kind of the same lines what you were saying, where I feel like my mind just keeps going, and I think that I suddenly reflect on the day and get very nervous that I haven't completed or really accomplished anything. So sometimes I think, well, there's no pressure now, no one I need to see, like, it's kind of like very much me time. I'm like, oh, well, it's time to do something, actually get something done. But then, it's all very conflicted. Then I think if I don't get my rest, then I'm going to wake up tomorrow and I'm going to do the same thing, and it's going to be a cycle. But then I'm so worked up about everything that I just can't sleep. And then I'm like, oh, maybe I should go make some tea, or like maybe I'm hungry, I need a snack, or like maybe I should just like go for a walk. And then it just like prolongs until it's very late, and then I'm, not sleeping.
That's very eloquent. How do you deal with that? How do you... Do you think you don't have enough pillows?
Could be it. I only have one pillow.
Would your advice to John? What would your advice be to John, Tam?
Yeah. Oh, me? I was gonna say Smyth. After that.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you know some things about insomnia and about things that keep you up at night. So I think Smyth should take the main pillow stage here. Let's get a
little bit closer to Smyth.
Yep.
And this is going to be Smyth's turn to give advice. Usually that's Tam's job on the show, but right now this is live. This is happening. Smyth, what's your advice for John Boy on his insomnia?
And let's just get a little bit of the
I'd
end
like
of that
to
comment.
get,
I'm gonna reread just the end of that.
Because the
question for next
week.
Yeah. Let's focus in.
Yeah. Okay. Every once in a while, about twice a year, I go through periods of insomnia. I often lay in bed with the sheets pulled up to my eyes, watching. First, oopsies.
Well, John, I just want you're not alone. You're not alone. I think that giving yourself credit where credit is due. You know, you are a busy man, you do a lot of things, and you accomplish a lot of things, and you should be proud of those. So when you're, watching, waiting for, I don't know, an opportunity.
Watching? Yeah, what's he waiting for?
Yeah, I'd like to know maybe more about that. Like, the watching part is what I'm kind of hung up on. But I do think that part of it is that you need to realize that you're a great guy. You just gotta...
That's the truth.
That's
sit with that, let that, really...
John Boy...
fill you up.
Yeah. Amen to that. John Boy he's a great guy.
He's a really great guy.
Really great guy.
We'll actually be talking about him later in the episode.
And also, one more thing that I wanted to say was closely reading the... pulling the sheets up to his eyes. That makes me think he's hiding something. And he's insecure about something.
Yeah.
The sheets are something that it covers. Or afraid of something.
Maybe afraid of...
Don't let it in.
And I think what you need to do is throw that sheet off. It's a hot summer night. Expose yourself. Jump out of bed.
Yeah.
Run around.
Yeah.
I just have to say, honestly, that was beautiful, Smyth.
Yeah, that was
really,
very, very
really beautiful. I'm still feeling a little just wrapped up in everything you said. It was really delicious and really great.
Same goes to you. No?
Thank you. Thanks.
Should we fully extend? I think there's one more segment.
Let's go one more. So now we're going to move on to just focusing on Smyth. Tam has a question that he wants to talk to Smyth about, and then we'll wrap things up.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Smyth, I've been thinking a lot about what it means to be a 4-pillow recipient, and I definitely have my ideas about what it is. It's someone that is a big force in your life in a very positive way as a role model. And I'm wondering, what do you think about when you think about a 4-pillow person in your life? Someone that is that kind of a role model person, who is a really positive influence on your life and so inspiring. How do you frame those 4-pillow people? Where do they sit in your hierarchy of friends and family? Who are they?
It's a tough question because I feel pretty blessed in my life. Like, I feel like I've got a lot of people that could be 4-pillow people.
Wow.
And not to diminish that which makes them 4-pillow.
Because it is a special thing.
4-pillow people. Because it is really special. But yeah, I feel like I've been able to come across a lot of people in my life that are 4 pillows.
But what characteristics really, what are you looking for in someone? The people that are the 4-pillow people in your lives, what kind of common characteristics do they share?
Sense of humor. Take things lightly. I think that is really important because not much really matters in this world other than human connection, and putting too much in there is
yes, we've talked about that on this very show. It's true.
Yeah, and I think that by not taking things too seriously, and just being open with people, and I think that people who have big hearts are also 4-pillow people. and compassionate, you know, willing to understand the pitfalls of others, and that are there to be able to help when someone is in a pitfall.
Those are 3 really big things. Really big things. First one, sense of humor. Absolutely.
Absolutely
sense
key.
Of humor,
Can you imagine?
Imagine a 4-pillow person without a sense of humor.
Doesn't exist.
No.
They wouldn't. Yeah, they wouldn't be.
Those pillows are sandbags. Those aren't pillows. Come on.
Yeah. Sandbags at
weighing
best.
them down. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, humor. That's really big. And then you said, I love this. You said, open.
Yeah.
Open.
And
yeah,
like a warm heart. Or, no, open and a big heart. That's what you said.
Yeah.
Open and a big heart.
That is
and
a crucial combination.
You gotta have that for to get 4 pillows.
Just really quick, based on what you said, I'm gonna go solo here really quick.
Oh, go for it.
Just because I need to address something personally to Tam, who's here right now. The way he just talked about those 4-pillow people, you know, about being open and all those things. You can get in here with me, Smith. Let's just leave Tam out of it. The way he talked about that just now made me think of when I met him originally. And it was such a beautiful time. And just really quick, I want to relate that story. I was staying with Elise and Chris in that house in Berkeley.
Oh,
I know. And I met Tam, and I was like, who's this guy, you know? And then within a day, straight up, we knew everything about each other, bros for life. And that was a moment that I'll always remember. And then we've only grown since there, and more recently, and it's just the greatest. And I want to officially, right now, we talked about this last episode, I want to officially give Tam 2 pillows.
Oh.
Oh.
You don't know how good this feels. I've been waiting for these 2 pillows.
Congratulations.
When I gave Van the 2 pillows, that was a very, very special moment. I know that it meant so much just to give it to you. Yeah. That I know that right now you're having that same feeling, and that we're reciprocating it. This is a comfortable bed. And this is a comfortable bed.
And luckily, we're in a Smyth sandwich at the same time. It's really been an emotional roller coaster today. I know Tam at times has been feeling despondent after reading that comment from John Boy, and then he's feeling great right now. So it's been a really wild ride, and I think that about wraps it up, unless anyone has anything else to say.
I think we should look at the program, though, just to be sure.
Just to be sure. Where is the program? Oh, here we go. Well, we do have a special announcement.
And the special announcement is...
You go for it. This is so special.
Yeah. This coming Thursday, 2 days away from now, we will be shooting another Pillow Talk. The first time that we've shot 2 in 1 week, and it'll have a special guest. The special guest is
John Boy. We've been talking about him all episode, and now he's going to be live on Pillow Talk. And not only that, but there's going to be some other surprises in store.
Exactly. Oh, and also, okay, so that's it. We said our special announcements. It is 10:17, and we're going to stop Pillow Talk now. We're going to close it out till next time. So we at Pillow Talk would all like to wish you a good night, and
as always,
sleep well.